Compulsive behavior is characterized by a recurring irresistible urge to perform some action. Compulsive behavior means that the dog performs one or more actions over and over again. It is a hindrance to her life. The fact that a dog licks or bites itself can be compulsive behavior because it does not stop doing it. All dogs lick and bite themselves from time to time. This is how they cope with itching. However, if the dog does this too often, it is possible that something is wrong with it. It is worth paying special attention when licking and biting cause hair loss or serious wounds. Anything that causes itchy skin can lead to the appearance of problem areas. The most common causes of itching, allergy, parasites, pain, bacterial infection occurs due to the fact that the dog cannot stop licking and biting himself. Any disease can affect the behavior of the dog. If she licks and bites herself all the time, then she has a reason for it. A visit to the veterinarian will help to understand why the dog demonstrates behavior that harms her. Below are the most common reasons why dogs lick and bite themselves, and tips on how to alleviate their suffering. Fleas and especially ticks cause excessive itching and discomfort. Check if the dog has signs of infection with parasites. Comb it with a flea comb and examine it carefully. You also need to pay attention to whether there are small black spots on the skin. If there is a suspicion that the dog is infected, you need to consult with a veterinarian about treatment. Bacterial and fungal infections often cause itching. Infections are accompanied by licking and biting, hair loss, peeling of the skin, unpleasant odor, and secretions. Excessive scratching of paws and muzzle is typical for dogs with bacterial and fungal infections. Regardless of whether it is a bacterial or fungal infection, the dog needs help to cope with it. Allergies. The most common causes of itching with allergies are insect bites, food allergies, and reactions to allergens in the environment. Allergies can cause both mild and very severe itching. Contact dermatitis, skin irritation are the result of exposure to an external irritant. Plants in the garden, chemicals from lawns, dust, pollen, mold, cleaning, and cosmetics are just a few of the possible pathogens. The pain of something gives the dog physical discomfort. This may be a previously suffered injury or a joint lesion. Dogs with bone, ligament, or joint damage sometimes lick and bite themselves in pain. The cause may be a small fracture or rupture. It is possible that the pet has arthritis, hip dysplasia, or another degenerative condition. If there is a suspicion that the dog has something in pain, immediately take it to the veterinarian. The veterinarian will be able to determine the cause of discomfort in a four-legged friend. Dry skin. Many factors, including cold weather and a lack of fatty acids, can cause dry skin in dogs. The dog may react to discomfort by licking and biting itself. Thyroid dysfunction, lack of nutrients, and other health problems also cause dry and itchy skin. Dietary supplements with fatty acids will help to cope with the problem and make the pet's coat healthy. If the dog's body does not produce enough thyroid hormone or secretes too much cortisone, it may develop a skin infection. You can notice small red spots on the pet's body, and she will lick and bite herself, as with allergies. Emotional problems. Emotional problems can be the result of a background illness that causes depression and/or mood disorders. Dogs often lick and bite themselves because of boredom, anxiety, stress, depression, or other nervous shocks. Talk to the veterinarian about all the background diseases that could cause such an emotional state of the pet. Itching is a sign, not a diagnosis, or a disease caused by a specific pathogen. The most common causes of itching are parasites, infections, and allergies. There are many skin diseases that do not immediately cause itching. It may appear later due to bacterial or fungal infections. By the time the itch appears, the primary cause may already have disappeared. If the itching disappears, then it was caused by a microbial infection. However, if the itching has not stopped or has only slightly weakened, most likely the dog is allergic to something. Dogs that have seasonal itching react to seasonal stimuli, and if itching is observed all year, the whole thing may turn out to be a food allergy. Excessive amount of fungi causes very severe itching. If the fungus has appeared on the paws, the dog will not be able to leave them alone. The same goes for the eyes. The fact that the dog is rubbing its back against the floor can also be a clue. A problem area is a part of the skin that becomes inflamed and infected. The affected skin is often red and wet, releases moisture. It really hurts and itches. You can also notice the loss of wool. The fact that the dog licks and bites himself only makes the situation even worse. If a dog licks and bites its paws, it may have an allergy. If she licks the pads of her paws, she probably has a cut or a reaction to lawn chemicals. The veterinarian will help you determine why the dog licks and bites this or that part of the body and prescribe antibiotics, anti-itching drugs or other medications and the necessary treatment in order to alleviate the suffering of the pet.